Like, have you ever met individuals where they might be a lot older, and when you talk with them or you even conversate with them, you would have never guessed that they were that old, right? As far as age wise, because the way they carry themselves, the way they talk about life, the way they see life, how much energy they have. Because I think energy is what I always realize, really kind of not realize, but kind of really see when I see someone. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back. We're back, and again, of course, I have some uh, thoughts on the book that I'm currently finishing in my last couple of pages, and I wanted to just share some golden nuggets that I had at the end here of the book, and how crucial and how I think it couldn't have came at a better time, especially now with the quarantine and everybody's kind of the unknown, right? We still in certain times. We don't know when we're gonna get back to where we used to be. We don't know. We kind of have we live in like day to day type of thing, which where I think we were doing that before, but now it's really like okay, every day you turn on the news, you try to figure out what's implementations for the next couple of weeks, next couple of days, as far as safety for everybody for the virus and all that stuff, and self quarantining and social distancing, and it's a lot for a lot of us, right? Before, imagine now with all these, you gotta be, you gotta wear a mask, you gotta be careful, 6 feet apart. It's a lot of, it can be overwhelming, right? So, as I said in my last video, the stress, it's coming on top of a lot of individuals, all of us. I would say myself as well. But I think once you start preparing yourself for it, there's nothing better than be prepared for anything, right? Same thing when you're in a competition. You practice prior to the competition. You have a speech. You kind of prepare yourself mentally, emotionally for the speech. Like you're always preparing yourself prior to any situation. You're always prepared no matter what. I believe that. But you have to kind of really contemplate a little bit on it. And it's a question for me that I've always had. Like, have you ever met individuals where they might be a lot older, and when you talk with them or you even conversate with them, you would have never guessed that they were that old, right? As far as age wise, because the way they carry themselves, the way they talk about life, the way they see life, how much energy they have. Because I think energy is what I always realize, really kind of not realize, but kind of really see when I see some. I go to the gym when I used to go to the gym. Now I go to the gym, but there was an older individual that he was there every single day, no matter what. Worked out every single day with just about all of us young guys. So I'm always admired of that as far as like you think age is like the the last age is the factor as far as you can keep yourself active and do things you used to do when you were younger, and it is not. It's something that we have mentally ingrained in ourselves, but it's really not the factor. And the book is talking about how that is so true, right? He said you can sit down a man right now that's 30 years old, sit him down, take away his needs, which is like take away his dreams, his visions, his goals, um, his wonder, his activity, whether it be getting some type of physical activity in, walking outside, doing normal things. Take all that away, and you can make him look 10 years older than 30 years old. So that is just by just taking away the person's inner drives, right? Our inner goals, inner drives, inner light, inner divine, whatever it is you want to call it, just dimming that down. And it's kind of powerful because we tend to believe that in order for us to be young, it's a certain age in life. And granted, we're not talking about you're gonna do what you used to do when you were 20 at the age of 50, but he states you can still go and do it at a moderate level, right? And studies have shown that individuals that keep themselves active and keep themselves with some type of goals or ambitions, whether it be inner ambitions, whether it be just improve yourself, be a better person than you were yesterday, those type of inner drives keep you not only becoming as growing as a person, but also keep yourself young, mentally and also physically. A lot of studies have shown that individuals that do this stay looking young a lot longer than individuals that just die and don't really care for anything else. After a certain age, they feel they're old. I've met individuals that, oh, I'm already done. My part of life, I took my last shot. I'm too old for this, for that, and I always wonder, like, why, like, this, like, you only got one shot. Might as well give it a try. Whatever it is you want to do, just try. I mean, at the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? That's my outlook on certain things. And of course, fear kicks in. You might not want to do certain things. I'm still scared of doing certain things, looking kind of foolish in certain ways. But after a while, you're like, okay, but what if tomorrow's my last day? Would I regret not trying that, right? So enough of my blabbing. He gives this. There's these 6 basic needs that we all need for us to stay vibrant, stay young, and what we really need as human beings. Besides what we think outer, we're not talking about like having eating your multivitamins every day and having all your protein, herbs, whatever. We're talking about inner, just energy wise needs, right? So these are the 6 basic needs, and there's a 7th one as a plus, and I'm gonna give it to you guys real quick. So 1 is the need for love, the need for security. That's 2. Number 3, the need for creative expression. Number 4, the need for recognition. Number 5, the need for new experiences. And number 6, the need for self-esteem. Now, the trick one here is that I think a lot of these needs right now can be practiced at being quarantined, right? We're home with our loved ones. We can practice the need for love, security. We're at home, safe, thank God. Creative expression. You can try new things every single day. Do something creative that you haven't done before. I did like a couple of days ago. I did a puzzle. I've been drawing my daughters. Like certain things that you haven't tried. Just try to do it, right? The need for recognition. This is a really quick one. This is one I think is hard for us to appreciate right now because I think although I know I'm on social media, I'm a content creator. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, you just want recognition. What you do it for?" And I think, like, at the end of the day, I don't do it for that. But really, personally, I think everybody seeks recognition, right? When you go to a job, what is your primary need? You do your job, yes, you want to get paid, but at the same time, you also want to be recognized. You don't want to just do a job for 20 years. Do superb work. Be a employee of the month for every month, and not care for that. Somehow our inner selves, we do care for recognition. We do care for some type of being seen, right? We all want to be seen, and that is something that we try to, I think, downplay. But I think everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants it, no matter who they are, no matter how much they say they don't care for it. We do care for it. So it's not about how that is also a thing. But right now, since we're home and we're not able to go to work, this might be a thing we might have to let low for now. But this doesn't mean you can do other avenues. You can do it with your family. Act of kindness, right? Do things that will give you inner happiness, right? So the next one is number 5 was the need for new experiences, right? And obviously now with quarantine, we can't really seek out new experiences. So the way I think it's kind of tricky now, what I would do it is we just try new things, right? We started basically we started trying to, like I said, we started drawing. We haven't done it in a long time. Playing video games, I haven't played in a long time. Like certain things that you haven't tried before, and just practice that. And I think that brings you that energy back of curiosity, of staying kind of what's that word called, in awe of the world, because you're learning new things every day. And the last one was the need for self-esteem. And self-esteem is something that I think we all struggle with. I know me personally, it's something that I battle with on a daily basis. You questions that come up, like, why you want to do this? You ain't, you don't have any type of acknowledgement. You're not really, you're not an expert in this field. Like, you kind of question yourself in every type of ambition you have, or every type of inner drive. And practicing self-esteem, I think within itself, gives you like small wins every day, right? When you have that doubt, you come back and you do it anyway. You have that fear, you do it anyway. These are the ways I think self-esteem is built. And when you recognize that, you believe in yourself a lot more. You take a lot more risks, take a lot more chances, and you don't let the fears kind of hold you back and living this living a different life than what you should be living right now. So But to not forget number seven, which I think right now with this quarantine that's going on, and we really can't do much of all these things. Like we can, but not all of them, and we kind of lose that life sense, like with that all that going out, traveling, as we please, connecting with other individuals, being obviously working and being the best you can at your field and being recognized for it. There was the last one that he says, that is, these are basic needs, right? Last basic need, he said the need for more life, and in that he's talking about the need to look forward to tomorrow and to the future with gladness and anticipation. And man, that hit home because I think right now we're all scared. We don't know what's coming from here, right? We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know when we're gonna get back to normal. We don't know what's really gonna come out of this, right? We don't know, we might go back to the same company we work for because they might not even be around when we actually get back to normal. So that all these things that we can't control, the one thing you can control is keeping yourself motivated and inspired, and also having the anticipation that things will get better, and the gladness, as he says, that excitement, and also understanding this should. I walk around my neighborhood. I see a lot of posters in people's windows, rainbows colored. This too shall pass. Like these beautiful, beautiful messages, and that right there is hope, right? And that's things at the same time, anticipating that everything's gonna be okay. I think there's nothing more simple, but obviously a lot harder to practice. Believing that everything's gonna be okay. That right now, through these turbulent times that we're going through, that we don't know what's gonna come out from this. The one main need that we need right now, that I think everything else that I thought I needed, that I thought that made sense to me, that this is what I need in my life. The hardest thing is to understand that my beliefs, my inner belief system, and believing that, anticipating that the future is going to be bright, that this is just a small setback, that we will come back stronger, that these are just part of what's going on. It has nothing to do with what I've done. That we all much bigger than that, and that we can show our true kindness and connectivities to the world and everybody else by having that positive mental attitude, right? Optimism. Gary Vee talks about it all the time, but just keeping ourselves optimistic that we will see the light, or seeing the light in the tunnel. And right now we're just going through the tunnel. So please, everyone, stay young, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow.